And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Minecraft. All right, we've got the enchanter up. We're doing pretty good, although that uses a bunch of apples, and we need to find a way to get some more apples and auto-craft them. So I think it's time we look at automating plant material and fertilizer and all that kind of good stuff. So that's going to be the name of the game today. So, first things first, we need the arboreal extractor. This is one of those obscure sort of things that, you know, we're going to need. And instead of oak wood planks, I want spruce planks, just because I have so much spruce. So we're just going to do spruce. Normally I would do the ore dictionary, but I don't want to mess up any of the other things that are in here. So we're going to put these in here. Clear that. And then I want 8 of these. There's 8. So they're also going to want a tank. I want to go for a black hole tank right away. And we're going to need, what color should we use for the ender tank system?
Brown? Sap color? Or I guess brown used for sludge usually.
Yeah. How about
White?
No, I don't want to use white for anything. I tend not to use white. How about light gray?
Yeah.
Light gray sounds good. So light gray. Come up here. All right, go over to near my farms. I've filled in this little water patch right here because I want this to be, this is already chunk loaded with these little spot loaders. So if we look, the spot loader is here and here. So these 2 chunks are loaded. And I want to use these for our extractors. Now you have to grow a sapling in order to get this to work. So I want a couple saplings in here. Where is my chunk boundary? Maybe put this one closer like that. 1, 2, yeah, that should be good. So you have to grow the saplings. They have to be actual trees that grow. So there's 1, there's 2. And then you put the extractors on each side, like so. And if you do it too high, they don't work. So 4 extractors around should be fine. They don't need power, and they gather sap rather slowly. So yeah, they're a little slow on the uptake with the sap. How do we want to do? So fluiduct. Super laminar. You know, it is. You don't really need super laminar, but we're gonna go with it anyway. So I'll hook these into there. We want these to go around. And then these, oh, give me that. So that should be all 4 over here and all 4 over here, all going into the black hole tank. As far as configuration goes, really doesn't matter. There's the input on the top. Yeah, we can keep that. If we want to really energize this, you can put fertilizer into the top and it will speed up the craft. So the last item that we need to do is move some of that into the tank that we just made. Like so. And let's get a servo. So we can go ahead and move that fluid into the tank. You can see the sap building up in there. and of course it empties this thing out. It's not very fast, but over time it will add up. So now that that is done, that'll just sit and give me sap. What are we going to use? What are we going to do with the sap? Well, thermal adds these cool fertilizer. This chain here, phytogrow, rich phytogrow, and fluxed phytogrow. The fluxed is the best of the best as far as fertilizer go. It is phenomenal fertilizer. So we're going to first craft the phytogrow, and we need pulverized charcoal, niter, and slag in order to do that. Well, I happen to know a really easy way of getting all of those materials. The charcoal, pulverized charcoal, we don't really have much charcoal in the system. What we do have is a lot of wood. So if we look at like spruce, let's look up wood. We have a lot of different kinds of wood in here, but we have more spruce than anything. So I'm going to do a spruce log equals charcoal, and I'm going to do like 4 of those, and those are going to go in the redstone furnace, wherever they may be, down here. Okay, so we have charcoal. So if we need more charcoal, now the system knows that it can get more charcoal. Slag, however, has a lot of different ways to get it. And it's a very low percentage on a lot of these. They're all induction smelts. There are a few that are like guaranteed. I think there's maybe one that's guaranteed, and I've gone through and looked at this, and I believe it is cobblestone, basically like smelting cobblestone. So if we look up cobble and we go use and we look up induction smelter, 2 cobblestone, 1 sand is 100% chance on slag. And it gives you stone bricks, but that's, I mean, that's whatever. We got stone bricks all day. And we can even reverse craft the stone bricks back into, like, something else. I'm not even sure.
Would it go back into 4 smooth stone?
I could have sworn there was a way to get those back, but you know, it is what it is. If we have a bunch of stone bricks, I don't mind. So we're gonna have a slag, 2 cobblestone, and a sand. And this, I want like just 2 of these for slag, and those go into the induction smelter. So I'll just add these 2 to the end here. They're not like the 4s like we have here. I just add them to the right side and kind of separate them out. So now we can make slag. Niter, I'm sure we already have on AutoCraft. Yeah, we already have niter on AutoCraft. That is gunpowder inside the crusher, I believe, for mechanism. Gives you that. So now that we have all of those things auto-crafted, phytogrow. So we have all of these things now auto-craftable. Pulverized charcoal, niter, and slag gives us 16 phytogrow. The rich phytogrow can be done with the sap in a fluid transposer. So it's like the best way to get it, because there are a lot of different ways, but you need rich slag, and rich slag is a fairly rare thing to get. I mean, very low chances, and you have to use like cinnabar, or I mean, it's just not anything we want. So we need a transposer. So there is a transposer. We also want, let's get a servo. We already have fluid ducts. Let's get the kits. Oh, look at all that auto crafting going on. I love it. I love those resonant kits on autocraft. It saves so much time. And then the augments. We need 4 of these. Oh, 4. There we go. So let's go over to fluid transposer row over here. And we've got almost all the fluids. We even have Zephyrion Aerothium for reasons. But I would like to set this up.
Fun reasons.
I want to set this up right here. Or I could go, ooh, I could go higher with it up here. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the very end. We actually, we actually have space over here. So let's get the fluid transposer on. Let's get the inversion kit. Get this maxed out. Let's get the side configs like that. Let's get the transposer full of sap. You can turn that on and it will drain its sap into here. Now we want an interface right on the transposer. Like so. And let's see, do we need, let's put the servo on just in case. In case we start using that a lot. And then we need some power.
Oh, I will.
Flux duct. We're going to go over like that, and that should be ample amounts of power. And where's all that power coming from? Looks like it's coming from... I want to hook that up to a quantum entanglement porter just to give a little bit more consistent power. So now that we have the sap ready to go, we can look at the recipe for the rich phytogrow, which is 1-to-1. It uses 200 millibuckets of sap to get me a rich phytogrow. So, first of all, let's craft 64 of these. So this is a processing recipe. We want 1 phytogrow. Let's go over and put this into this transposer. Ooh. And then that should give us a rich phytogrow, which now we can put that into this fluid transposer. And it's basically the only thing that needs to go in here, so we're going to hide this interface because we don't really, there's really nothing else that can be infused with sap. So if we hit use on the sap, yes, it can go the not implemented phyto soil. But that's basically, other than filling tanks, which we don't really need to do, that's basically the only craft for it. So I'm pretty confident that we can hide that interface. So now we can actually craft rich phytogrow. Well, I want fluxed phytogrow, which is the energetic infuser recipe, which uses 8,000 RF to infuse this phytogrow, and I happen to have an energetic infuser right here, and this thing can be supplemented with, for some reason there's a chest on the top of that, so I'm going to ignore that for a bit. Let's get a interface, and then a flux cable. I should always just keep flux cable on me, but whatever. So this will then pull in certain things and then be able to pull out from the import bus down here. So if we put this in there, there it is, Fluxed Phytogrow, ready to go. And that is another pattern. And we should have Energetic Infuser already here. So we can add that pretty easily. Okay, now we can autocraft Fluxed Phytogrow. So if I want 63 of those, I don't think I have enough sap in the system to actually make all of this, because that's a lot of sap to craft that. It's 200 millibuckets a piece, and it's going fast. It's going really fast. But with that first set of Phytogrow, or the rich Phytogrow, one thing you can do, let's grab 24. We're going to go over to our system over here, and we're going to infuse it with this stuff here. So that's 8, we can do 3 a piece, and it burns a long time. So, and it really ramps up production of sap. So it's really going to help. You know, if you put a stack of 64 in each one of these, it would last a long time. And yeah, you get X4. You get a X4 bonus. So it's producing 4 times the amount of sap that it would normally. So we now have all of these producing sap for us, which is awesome. Just want to make sure we're good on sap. Yeah, and it lasts a long time. You can see the burn time. It just lasts forever. And it's just helping us make more and more sap, which is allowing us to make more and more fertilizer, and so on and so on and so on. What are we going to do with all this fertilizer? Well, we are going to use it. Oh, look at that. 40. I think that's, yeah, it's almost done. Let's see how much sap we have. Look at that. We got a little sap left. And it's constantly going up. Okay. Like I said, if you're running a server, just let that run for a while and you'll have thousands of buckets of sap ready to go. Okay, what are we going to use all this for? Well, there are these things called the Phytogenic Insulator, and this is the craft. It uses aluminum gears, some dirt, pretty basic stuff. I want one of these to start, and we're going to get another kit. And kit, there we go. And we're going to grab a set of augments. There are a lot of augments that you can actually use in this. Well, I don't know about a lot, but there's the sapling infuser. There is the nutrient recovery, which has a chance to not consume fertilizer. And then there is the monoculture cycle, which non-fertilizer, so the plants you're making go in there and they don't consume it. But for now, I want to get the, we're going for apples here. So let's look at this and look at the sapling infuser. So a apple sapling with the fluxed phytogrow equals 16 apples plus another sapling. Sapling and a half, actually. And these all use water, of course. So, yeah, we're going to want the sapling infuser augment. And let's actually autocraft that thing. Just so we need aluminum plates. Well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, these are already auto-craftable. So I want this. This is an assembler recipe. So now I can do augment. And I want one of these. There it is. So let's go over here and set up a little area for, where's our line? Right here. Right here, I think. We want to set it up so it's more or less in line with this level, because we may want more than one of these. There we go. And we are ready to go. So, first things first, let's clear this. Add this. We want, let's do this side to be the input output. And we're going to need water. So let's put that in the top. And augment wise, we're going to do that. So this here is going to be the sapling apple producer. So we need some Fluix cable. I want to go up with this. And then connect it in like that. Just in case we want more of these. I need another interface. It's like so. And now we need a tank for water. So I'm going to do this. Instead, I want some blue wool. Gives me a blue tank, which is already got our water. And again, super laminar fluid duct. And I'm going to put this to the side like that. We're going to empty that out. Should fill up this water. Does so pretty fast, but a servo would just make it that much faster. So super duper fast. That's what we're going for. As far as power goes, well, I'm kind of heavy on the quantum entangled porters already, so I can just run these. And this is one of the things about my way of doing Minecraft is I don't mind that there's wires and stuff everywhere. I don't try to make things, you know, I don't try to hide the wires because I like to know where things are going, where things are coming from, all of that stuff. So this is now getting power. It's got water. It's got the augments. Now it is time to get the apple sapling, which is 3 apples around an oak sapling. So I want this. We shouldn't ever have to need more than one of these. We really shouldn't. So we're going to do a processing recipe. An apple sapling around a fluxed phyto grow. Okay, let's go put this into the machine. And it's done. Gives us 16 apples. And we should have, not that, the phytogenic insulator gives us apples. Now we should be able to craft, let's do 64 apples. See, we don't have a whole lot of saplings. So if we do, let's do 32, because we have 2 saplings, that should actually get us more saplings. So now we have 3 saplings. So as you craft apples, you'll add, you know, more and more saplings. So we should be able to then craft 32 of these speed upgrades, and we have the apples and we have the apple saplings. So this should actually get us more apples or more apple saplings than we had before. It may not, but you're guaranteed to get at least 1 sapling with a 50% chance to get an extra one. And you can always craft, you know, a good supply of saplings just to keep, but works for almost all of the Pam's tree saplings, which is really nice.
Almost
all of them. I was very careful in making sure I said almost, because I know it's not all of them.
Yeah. Sadly, but there is only literally there's only like 3 that I found that won't go through the machine, so it's not too many.
All right, we're gonna craft the last 32 of these speed upgrades. I'm really curious to see if these things actually stack to 64 and how much it costs. Because 32 is almost 64, so it's almost twice as expensive. And we've already got this craft down to 2.4 seconds. Remember, this craft 8 and 1, that was a minute 20 by default, and we've got it down to 2.4 seconds. That is a huge savings. So I'm just kind of curious. Yeah, those do stack to 64. And look at that, the power drain 192 for that. That is huge. That's a huge power drain. So I'm not gonna be quite that greedy. I'm gonna go over here to the resonator, and I'm gonna add these to the resonator. This thing is gonna be super fast. So we're using roughly 120 power to speed each one of these systems up really fast. So now if we need a resonator set of goodies, which has got some, some decent stuff. Not a whole lot. This lunar reactive dust, though, that's the good stuff. That gives you that ineffable glass that we've used in several places now. But yeah, we now have apple saplings auto-craftable, and we can even, do other saplings, and we can get other things. And you can use this process without this sapling augment. You can grow food and stuff. And if we come back here to the cafe, we've set up a system. Instead of using the kitchen to craft stuff, Flower has set up a crafting process. So I built a little auto crafting station back here, and we now have she's got the phytogenic insulators back here ready for lots and lots of recipes with the fertilizer that we just auto crafted. So it's good times. So yeah, she's got a lot of stuff here, and if we go out here, she's got a view cell in here, and now we can just pick the food that we want to eat, which is awesome. So if we want like a soft pretzel with mustard, we can just grab one of these and munch on it all we want, which is awesome. So, and I will get into more and more of this little door here. I'll cover this. This is Flower's domain, and she's got to decorate it and get it all nice. And I want to cover it more in depth when the time comes. And I can show you how the doors work. They're pretty simple. This door and that one over there are done slightly different ways, but it's all good. So yeah, we'll cover that once it's prettily decorated. And I just wanted to make sure we had apples going, and the sap, you can see this tank is now full. That was a lot of sap very, very quickly due to that fertilizer that I put in out here. Where am I going? So yeah, that fertilizer that I put into these machines really sped up the sap creation, and it's still processing them. So look at that. We've got a bunch. We got 10 buckets in here ready to go. So yeah, I'm going to craft up some more fertilizer and get that in here. I'd like to have enough for 64. You know, it's 8 stacks of 64 in each one of these. So it's going to take quite a bit of sap just to max those out, but then we'll have a lot of sap coming in for a while, because those will last a long, long while. And our chorus farm is going great. I think it's very, very nice. We're doing pretty good. Because I think she wanted to use the per blocks, so we have per stairs to go into her cafe. So I wanted to get that set up, because her cafe, I gave her the option to, let's build a building and stuff, but she wanted to have a little hole-in-the-wall cafe, which is fine. So we carved out a space, and she's kind of making it home with all the different mob heads and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, good times. All right, well, that'll do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.